Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning into Food for the Soul. Before I get the show started, good. If you know anyone that's been sick or feeling down and out, pray for them. Give them some encouraging words. Help them out. Always be good and take your neighbors into consideration because you never know what anybody is going through. Remember, it might not be you this time, so be good to one another. Now, hello everyone. Welcome to Food for the Soul with Chef Ramon Clayton Weldon. How was your weekend? It was nice and hot in South Carolina for a change. Kind of cool at night. I hope everyone had a great Monday, and I hope you're looking forward to having a good week. And shout out to Ruth Weldon Gatson, James Gatson, Stacy, Jennifer, Jason, and Dr. Sandy Hill. To my niece and my nephew. Check me out on Blogspot at Food for the Soul, where I bring new recipes, food for the thought, and a new part I just started last week called A Single Life. If you have any questions or feedback, please email me at rcw112@yahoo.com. Once again, rcw112@yahoo.com for any questions or feedback, or weldonr12@gmail.com. Once again, that's weldonr112@gmail.com. If you have any questions or feedback, or anything you would like to say to me, if you would like to be a guest call-in, or have anything to say, please call me at 646-915-9934. Once again, that's 646-915-9934. If you want to talk live to me, ask any questions, or have anything to say. Hello, caller. How you doing?
Hi, this is Latifah. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? How was your weekend?
It was great. How was yours?
It was good. I'm glad you called in today on my show. Nice to hear from you.
Nice to hear from you too.
How was your day?
It was. I did a lot of running around. So So now I'm just going over some stuff right now, and so that's how the day was. How about you? You?
It was okay. Well, on Facebook over the weekend, we had something about what I said about it was a lot of women will leave a man that stayed with his mom, but won't leave a man that stayed with his wife.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And the post, right? And you had made some posts. And so what do you think about that?
Well, the thing is that I don't think that applies to everyone. Because I think that's a generalization. I think that's unfair for women that do give guys that do stay with their parents a chance. And, sometimes those relationships don't work. And just because, a woman won't date a man that stays with his parents doesn't mean she'll jump into bed with a married man. That's not the case all the time. So I just get tired of, generalizations. I don't like that, me personally. I see the post, and it's that doesn't apply for everyone. And when people see that, they think that all women are after married men. That's not the case. And single women are actually won't date a man that stays with the parents. That's not the case. It all depends, and everyone's different. I dated a guy that stayed with his parents, and it did not work.
What happened?
So, well, the thing is that it's a big situation. I really can't even go into details because
I understand.
Really, but it didn't work because he basically is a grown man, but still had his parents still clocking him. It didn't work, and he couldn't really be a man. And I gave him that chance. You can't say women don't give men that stay with their parents chances. We do, but you know what? Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. In my case, it didn't work. So that's that, and I don't go around with married men, but I've been approached by married men, and I've been approached by married men that said they weren't married. I didn't do anything with them, but can't blame a woman for anything that a married man does, that he's married. He took the vows, not the single woman. You can't, I just get, it's sort of unnerving how people just jump on women. Look at the man, look at the husband. Not the mistress. So that's how I feel about that.
I mean, sometimes people present themselves in a way that they're single, but they're really not. And they're really just looking for one thing. And once they get that one thing, then it's a big mess and a whole bunch of confusion. Yes.
I totally agree with that. There's a lot of misleading people out there, and there's some men and women that say up front, hey, I'm married, and that's up to the individuals. But just to attack the mistress and the women, I think that's just wrong. You can't do that. I get so bothered by when two women are fighting, and and they don't look at the boyfriend or husband. He's the one that actually cheated on you, not the other woman. So don't try to fight her. It's so ridiculous. And the bottom line is that he probably don't want neither one of y'all. So it's sad, how people play games. So that's how I feel.
I know back in the day, when people got married, they were married for a lifetime, forever, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years and so forth and so on. Nowadays, people get married, and the life expectancy of this marriage is going to be 5 years, if that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business.
Yeah. Well, it is a business, but to me, back in the day, marriage was about business. It wasn't about love. But as we evolved, it became more about love. So I think, some marriages, not all, are going back on that business aspect of it. This is a business, I'm using you for security. And that's not for all couples. That's only for some,
So as a single woman, do you find it hard to date, or how does that work in your situation?
No, I don't find it hard to date. I'm just very careful who I choose or who I allow in my circle. I'm more, I'm very selective, and a lot of people don't understand that. You should do this, you should do that, you should date this guy or whatever. No, I don't just go with anyone. you know. So I'm very, very selective in what I do. You know, I don't want to like have someone just to be like, oh, I have someone, and just be miserable because I've been there, done that, and it's you know, it's not cool at all because the only person you're hurting is yourself, not the other person. You know, so it's not, to me, it's not difficult at all. So I don't.
Do you have a checklist that you go by?
A checklist? Oh no, I don't.
I mean, everybody has a checklist. Like I know women do, like 6'5".
No, I don't have a checklist. Actually, I don't. My last boyfriend wasn't even, like, I gave him a chance, and, like, people, like, dogged me for it. Like, because they thought that we didn't look right together because I'm in one side of the room and he's on the other side of the room, if you get my drift. Like, we didn't, like, look right together. But I gave him a chance anyway. And people were saying, like, what is she doing with him? Like, what's the deal? Like, you know, she can get someone that looks better or has a better physique. I'm not about that. So, no, I don't have a checklist. I'm about to push his heart.
Does it really matter how a person looks? Because,
exactly.
You know, sometimes things happen where somebody might get in an accident and somebody might get burned or something. So if you with somebody for their looks and their looks change, do you still love that person for them or for their looks?
That's funny you said that because it was in the paper and I read it online that this Asian couple got together and she's really, really beautiful. But then the couple had children, and the children didn't really look like the mother. And then they come to find out, the husband did some investigating and found out the wife, the one he married, was actually had plastic surgery. And we seen the before and after pictures, and you know, we see the difference. So he sued her, saying like, you know, what's that word I'm looking for? Fraudulent. You know, and I don't know if he won or not, but it was like all in the paper, and I was like, wow, that's sad. You know, that.
He sued her?
Yeah, he sued her.
For what?
Because he said that his kids are not beautiful. He told me that, you know, like you presented this image, like, you know, you're beautiful, but you have plastic surgery. And I did see the before and after, and I was like, wow. But, you know, that just goes to show some people are just vain like that. But then people are saying, there's discussion like, well, it is fraudulent. She doesn't look like what she did now. You know, like she does now.
It's not fraudulent. She just got some work done.
Yeah, but she didn't tell anyone. So, but you know, I don't know. That's just, and I feel I think the real victims are the kids. You know. So.
I think nowadays, I'm single too, and I look at the whole dating scene. A lot of people are not in it for the long haul. It's in it because of what I want out of you, and not because what I want to bring to the table, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not, can we come together and build anything? It's like, whatever I can get from you and suck you dry, that's all I want to do. And when I'm done getting all I can get out you, I want to move on to the next victim.
Yes, definitely. I agree with that. Yeah.
Now there's no courting. It's, hey, how you doing? I love you. You want to get married? Let's get married. Get married. Yeah. You're not the person I fall in love with, but you never fall in love. You never knew that person before you say you fall in love with them. It was all instant. And nowadays everything is done so fast and rapid. Yeah.
I find it in some cases, I'm sorry to cut you off, like guys don't really care what women do. Some guys don't care what women do. They just want a woman. They don't care about like what her goals are, and they're so focused on their goals and not realizing that women, especially women today, we have our own goals, and so that causes conflict. And I went through that situation, and I was like, wow, like you're focused on you, but what about me? And I think that should be discussed as well. And if you're unhappy with something, say something. And another issue that I have a problem with, that guys get too comfortable in a relationship, they forget how to court. Like once they be like, okay, yeah, she's my girl, she's my girlfriend, or she's my wife. And even in some cases with women, they just like get too comfortable and they stop doing things. And that's because you got someone doesn't mean you stop courting them. Just because you're married doesn't mean you stop courting your husband or your wife. You still got to work on it, because that was my situation in my last relationship. You're not courting me anymore, but you know what? There's somebody that's in the waiting line. Okay, you always got to work like that. You always got to think like that. It's always
what would you consider courting? Like movies, dinners?
Like courting, like movies. Like let's learn, let's build together, let's grow, let's do something. Let's not just sit there and watch TV. I can do that by myself. You know, let's do something. Can we exercise? Can we work out? Let's find a hobby. Let's travel. You know, I'm adventurous, so I need that. I can't stay with someone that's like, you know, stagnant. You know, so.
Well, I found a site called Living Social, and it's really a good site because you can get discounts on like things.
I know that.
People might say I'm being cheap, but
no, it's not cheap.
I'm being smart with my money.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get something 10 for $20 for a meal, what's the difference?
Yeah, definitely. I'm so with you on Living Social and Groupons. I'm so with that. And for me, what struck a chord with me, like, you know, not struck, but kind of irritated me. Like, my last boyfriend was saying, like, you know, you plan, like, you do better dates than me. Like, you know, he said I plan better than him, so I should make up all the dates. I'm like, you're putting all the responsibility on me. We're together on this. I mean, I don't care if you, like, have a picnic in the backyard, something. You know, I just can't carry the weight. So I'm like, he could have easily gone to Living Social, like he said, and did what you do, but he chose not to put any effort into it.
It's so easy to do it. I mean, they have different things like all the time. Like in South Carolina, they have a lot of stuff going on, and the stuff is not really that bad. It's actually cheaper.
Good.
It's kind of cheap.
Yes. Like massage and spa, like you can go, like the one I wanted to go, the sumo wrestling with the sushi, like a sushi bar. It was like, I mean, a sushi dinner. That was a good one, but you know, hey, wasn't the right time or place to go somewhere with that person. No, it's like, oh man.
So do you want to get married one day, or?
Oh, of course. Yes, of course. I want to get married. Definitely have kids, everything. So, yeah.
Man, I know you live in the city. Is it harder to date in the city than in a smaller state like South Carolina per se?
I wouldn't know, but for me, I think it's you pick and choose. Like I choose. Like you can choose to have a boyfriend and not have a boyfriend. You know, it's really, to me, it's not difficult. Like I hear a lot of women saying it's so difficult, you know, but for me, I don't think it's difficult. Like, you know, I meet people all the time, you know, and whether I, you know, choose to continue to have like more like, you know, intimate relationship with them is up to me, you know, but I don't find it difficult at all, you know.
I mean, it's a lot of competition out there. No offense to women.
You know what?
But it's a lot.
I don't think it's a lot of competition. Not to me. You know, competition is on yourself. You know, and that's with anything that you do. At job, work, there is no competition. Not to me. Yeah.
I mean, it's been on the radio. I heard it on Ricky Smiley's show, back to the side chick and all that stuff about women that actually look for married men or people in relationships because they don't want commitment or they don't want attachment. They just want the thrills of being with somebody, but not actually being with them.
Yeah. Well, if that's what they want to do, then hey, you know, if it's like you know, some people work in open relationships, you know, some people don't. So if that's what they want to do and that makes them feel better, then hey. But I don't know what's going on behind closed doors within that person. You know, maybe they're lacking something. Maybe that's why they're doing that. Maybe they're scared of commitment. That's why they're doing that. Or maybe they're just happy and they're doing it. I don't know, because everyone's different. So I can't really judge because, you know, looking at this situation, somebody may not like the way I handle myself in different situations. So I really can't judge, you know. So, hey, if that's what they want to do, then, you know.
I mean, dating is, you think dating would be easy as you get older, but it seems like the older you get, the harder it get, or maybe that's just how I feel.
You know what? The thing with me, I just heard and read that senior citizens actually are on top of catching the most BDs today. So someone's bumping and grinding out there. And so,
what?
Yes, they have BDs. They're getting syphilis. Yes.
Old people?
Yes, the senior citizens are getting it in. Yes, they are. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. They are getting
I'm not laughing, but wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when I get up in that age, I'll be trying to get it in too. Like, hey, whatever.
How old? You young. You like what, 20-something?
Yeah, I don't care. If I'm 80-something and I have all my functions, I'm going to be getting it in. And for me, personally, I think that 80-year-olds are different from the ones that, you know, they're back in the day. It's like a new generation. So, like, they're more younger and agile now. So, and plus, we got little magic things called the blue pill. So people are, they're getting frisky, and I say more power to them, get it in. You're still alive, you're still breathing. You got blood pumping in you. Go ahead, make yourself happy.
I heard about a little Viagra. Viagra be taking people out.
Yeah. Go out happy.
Ain't nothing wrong with, but still, ain't nothing wrong with coming out with a bang, but.
A big bang. Good all. Yeah.
I meant, to me personally, I always talk about investment. I believe if a person don't invest in themselves, they're not going to invest in you.
I agree with that.
When I say invest in themselves, I mean like get a job or build a company or go to school or something like that. If a person don't take time to show interest in their life, I don't think they're going to show that much interest in your life.
Yes. Totally agree with that. Totally. Yeah.
And like you say, sometimes you got to look at a person's goals and do their goals match your goals? Because if you're trying to buy a house and they're not trying to buy a house, and then you're trying to have kids and they're not trying to have kids, that's a conflict.
Yeah. Definitely. You should be on the same wavelength. I agree with that because I see so many couples that are so unequally yoked. It's just like, what? It's like light and day. It's really, really weird. It's like, how did y'all come about? Were you that lonely? But hey,
I mean, I know some people are spenders, and like me, I'm a saver. Like I talk about living social, you talk about Groupons. I heard about Groupons, but I never did it before. I don't even know how it operates.
Same thing, different name. Yeah.
Oh, they give discount too?
Yeah, discounts too. Yep, same thing, different name. Yeah, and certain things they offer on Groupon, they don't offer on Liver Single. I was about to say Liver Single. I'm thinking about Queen Latifah, but Living Social. Yeah, there's two different. It works about the same. Yeah.
So did you go on? So do you do a lot of Groupon things, or
no. The one I do like more. What's that? Living Social. I did something. I forgot what it was, but it was cool. But I did see a dance class. It was like I think it was Groupon. No, I'm not even sure because I considered it both the same thing. It was like a pole dancing class, whatever, and I was going to do that, but then I got distracted. So yeah. I
heard that's the big thing now. A lot of people getting into the pole dancing.
Yeah, and I used to do aerial art. Now that's crazy. Aerial art.
What's aerial art?
Like when you go to circus, you see those ladies on like the lycra, like those ropes, and they be spinning around in the air, like the trampoline and all that, and trapeze artists. That's what aerial. It's kind of like that, but you just be on rope or like a silk rope. And you spin around and do twirls, and it's great for your upper body strength, and it's crazy. And it's kind of like to me, I think aerial art and pole dancing, it's like it really builds up your upper strength, because wow, it's crazy.
Wow, I never knew they had such a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So you like to do activities like. You don't like go to the movies or anything for a day. You want to go bowling. You want to go out.
Yeah,
and have
I like
fun.
the movies too. Yeah, the movies are cool. But yeah, the movies are cool. But I like activities. Like I like to do things that are cool and fun and memorable. So yeah.
Aren't you like an actress or something?
Yes. Actress, and right now I'm just working on my script. Like I finished one script. But then I'm looking at it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I need to fix it before I move into the second one. But I'm like, okay, it's like a whole big, like, because writers, we get writer's block and stuff like that. We get things mixed up, and so we're like, okay, should I move on to the second script or should I stick with this one? So it's like a tug of war. So that's what I'm going on right now because it's done. I feel it's done, but then it's like this little voice in my back of the head. It's not done. I think you should change this, change that. So that's what I'm going through right now.
So how long? So what got you into doing that?
It was just something that I always liked to do since I was a little girl. I never was really interested in anything else besides the arts. Right now, besides the art, well, my second love is, which I just got into, was like vegetarian veganism, and like stop eating meat. That's
a big thing.
Passion.
That's a big movement.
Yeah. So I'm into that, and just cooking more organically when I can.
That stuff is expensive. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what? It's not.
But it's
really
worth it though.
It's if you join a food co-op, it's actually less than what you expect. Like, because I would think it's gonna be like really expensive, but it's not. I was like, wow, this is really different. I like this. I'm getting things on the cheap, and I'm getting great food. And if you go to like other health food stores, there's Fairway, they have organic section. Whole Foods is good, but they can be a little bit pricey. Trader Joe's
is kind of high.
Yeah,
Trader Joe's is like this.
Yeah, I love Trader Joe's. I like it. But yeah, it's really not that bad, and I feel like more healthier and agile, and my skin's glowing. I'm getting more in shape. Actually, I did Qigong yesterday. I'm doing Qigong. It's a meditation, and it coincides with the Shaolin Kung Fu. It's martial arts. So my body is totally sore. So like ever since like I started, like eliminating meat from my diet, I've been getting more back into my healthy ways. And this all came about from my last breakup, which was awesome, and I'm glad it happened. Because if I would have stayed, I don't think I would be in a position where I am today. So thank you, breakup.
Yeah, sometimes you can turn a negative into a positive. And I know a lot of people get out of one relationship and they jump right back into another one. Sometimes you got to take that time to know you for you and love yourself for yourself. A relationship don't define you. You should define the relationship.
Exactly. I agree. Totally.
And I think a lot of times, to me, I might sound crazy, but I think a relationship is more so a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one-sided, like you said. Like you had to do all the planning and the dating. I mean, if you got salt and they got pepper, that's a partnership. If they got forks, you got spoon. I mean, you should have to bring everything to the picnic. They should bring something, ice, soda, something.
Yeah, I understand. I totally understand. Yeah.
So, I mean, with the acting thing, have you been in any, like, major movies or shows?
Did something not too long ago, and that was awesome. Can't really give out the details, but it was really awesome. Went through the auditioning process, beat out, probably because there's thousands applied. Then they dwindled it down to about 100. Then they dwindled it down to about 30 or so. And out of that 30 or so actresses, I got it. So, yeah. And the project in the can is complete, and I'm very, very proud of it. And, yeah, it's pretty cool.
So you did the filming and everything?
Everything. Did the filming and everything. And been auditioning since then. But I'm actually, focusing on my writing. And because I think it's great to be, behind the scenes as well as in front of the camera. A lot of people don't, a lot of actors don't understand it's okay to be behind the scenes. You don't have to be seen all the time. So it's that's a whole nother topic, So.
So do you have, an agent or actually a word?
I have a manager and have several agents that I'm freelancing with, but mostly I work with my manager. So, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Big money.
Huh?
I said, ain't nothing wrong with that big money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You going to California or?
Well, most of the work right now is in New York. It's switched over, because it's tax-free in New York. So there's a lot of work in New York. Everything's coming to New York. So you really don't, it's really no need to go to L.A. anymore. You can, because there are some shows that just want to stay there. But New York has majority of the shows and TV and movies being made here. So it's not that bad being in New York now. Plus we have theater.
So do you meet any, celebrities or anybody?
Do I meet any? Not really. No, no celebrities. No. I've seen them in passing. Like went to a talk back. That was cool and seeing them there, but didn't like really interact with them because there's just so many people there. So you really don't get a chance. Like, hey, hi, my name is. So I just see them, and they're just normal people. Just normal, just on the TV screen. That's all. So they're just storytellers, which is awesome. So that's it. Yeah.
I mean, that's good. That's good. Do you do Broadway plays as well, or?
No, I don't. And actually, I trained for the theater, but for me, I don't think I'm not at that level. Because I did, and it's crazy because I did train for theater, but I don't think I'm at that level. Me personally, maybe someone would say someone else like you're ready, but I don't think I'm ready for Broadway. I just chill back on that. But if something does come along, and if I'm right for it, and the stars align, I'll go for it. So.
That ain't that wrong with that. I mean, that's good. You keeping your eyes open. It's hard today. It's hard to find work almost anywhere in any area because things are getting so difficult.
Yeah, definitely. And people are starting their own business now. It's like this new thing, like people starting a new business, which is awesome. What's really booming to me is like the food carts in New York.
For real?
Yeah, like we have food carts before, but not the ones that drive. The mobile ones. But there's like a whole. There's been some before, but there's like a new abundance of them. It's crazy, and everything you want. Like you don't have to go in the restaurant anymore. You can just go up to the food cart, whatever, and like I want this, I want that. They have a waffle one. They have like a vegetarian one, vegan one. They have anything you want. They have it, and they'll be parked there for like about a number of hours, and they leave. And it's sometimes these food trucks. They actually have, there's one that serves only tea and one that serves only coffee. But these food trucks actually, some of them have like a chain to a restaurant. So not only do they have the restaurant, they send out the food truck for those that can't make it to that location, which is awesome. And it's so accessible. So that's the craze, food, like going to the food industry. But if you don't want a restaurant, you can go to the food truck industry. So I think that's awesome. And I'm talking about the lines you wrapped around corners. It's like, what is everyone standing here for? What, free tickets for something? No, the food cart or the food truck. It's like, oh, okay. So, yeah, that's really booming right now.
I think they had a show like that on.
Really?
It's something, Food Court Wars or something.
Oh,
Food
really?
Truck Wars or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, things are changing now. Dating is changing now. There's a lot of a lot of websites that deal with dating.
Yeah.
And people, I mean, everything is rapid and changing forever. And it's not going to go back to the old way.
Yeah, people dating online and all that stuff. Yeah. I know about like 2 people that I know of that date online. But I don't do it. That's not my thing. But if they do it, then hopefully just be safe about it. So, yeah.
I mean, dating is fun, but it can be challenging getting to know a new person.
Yeah. Because now you got to start all over again. And what you liked when you were probably 5 years ago, you're probably not going to like now. And, things change, people change. So I think that's another aspect people got to look at, too. People grow up. What I liked when I was 15, I don't like now. Well, hopefully not. I'm weird.
Yeah, because you better be a superstar. I mean,
so.
The things that you go through now, you might not like in 2 years when things change
for
you.
Exactly. No.
Because when you change, your requirement change, and that's when things get kind of difficult because people don't understand that when you grow, you want somebody to grow with you.
Exactly.
Because your fight is a different fight now. Now your fight was to get in the door, but now you in the door, and now you want to go to the next level.
Definitely. Definitely.
It's like when you're in high school and you go to college, you don't want to go back to elementary school no more.
Heck no. That'd be weird. Mhm. That'd be weird. But to me, I think that being in line to me is weird. I can't. That's not me.
You like to do it the old school way. A guy
yeah.
come to you.
It's funny you call it the old school way.
What's your name? How you doing?
Yeah, I want to see the person.
I think you look nice today. I like your eyes.
Yeah, I want to see that because, like, you know, a lot of people be lying. That profile pic most of the time is not them. You know. If I'm really lied to, I'd rather get someone lie to me in my face and not behind a computer screen. You know, I want to see. I'm like, you know, I'm visual. So I want to see.
I mean, yeah, I think a lot of times online and the real person are two different people.
Exactly.
Because people can tell you all the good stuff about them in a profile or a picture, but when you see them face to face, you be like, what? Man, come on, man. Stop lying to yourself.
Yeah. So.
You know, good well, you lying. Stop playing.
Mhm.
And sometimes when you get a false sense of security, I am is the thing now, of course, but when you get a false sense of security and you get to meet this person face to face, sometimes things don't actually go together. Like what they're saying in their resume are not the same.
Mhm. I agree with that. It's like what? Mhm. It's like what?
I mean, because anybody can do bait and switch. Like, girl, I'm gonna build this house. I got this nice job. You know what I'm saying? Blase, and I'm taking care of my mom because my mom really sick. And then you find out their mama taking care of them.
Yeah, it's a bait and switch. Yeah, I'm just doing this because you know my mom's right now. No, you live with your mom. It's okay though. But, you know, don't lie about it.
I ain't knocking people that live with their parents because rent is so high. I know in
Yes.
South Carolina, in South Carolina, the requirement now is you have to show them that you make 3 times the amount of the rent.
That's ridiculous.
So if the rent is $800, you have to prove that you can make $2,000 or something, and that don't include the light bill and cable and internet and everything else. So renting now is not like back in the day where you had to make double. They raised it to like triple.
Mhm.
And that can be kind of hard for somebody, and you got to have good credit. If your credit's shot,
Jesus,
they're not going to let you in. I mean, I don't know about where you at, but I know down here you had to show them you make 3 times the rent for a decent apartment.
That's crazy. That's so crazy. All right.
Well, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem.
I hope you can come back and tell us more about your upcoming acting roles and things you're writing on, future projects, and you starting a Fortune 500 company or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think the reason why I say stuff because I believe it's power in words, and sometimes people might, why are you doing that for? Ain't nobody else doing that. Why you need to do it? It's not about that. It's about if God gives you a talent and a gift and you can grow that into something bigger, why not? Everybody else did it. You think Jay-Z and Beyonce set up for food stamps in Section 8? I mean, let's be real.
True.
But anyway, thanks. But I wish you well in your future endeavors.
Thank you. And you too.
Tell us about the acting thing and how's that going and the movies that you've been on or going to be in so we can look out for them and bootleg them. No, I just say.
That's funny. I love it. No problem.
No, we're going to bootleg your movie. Yeah, we will. At the barber shop. At the police. No, I'm just saying. No, because you need the money to come to the theater. Like Kevin Hart, that dude is like in like 8 movies.
Yes, I love him.
So I mean, it'll happen. If it happened for him, it'll happen for you as well. And
I appreciate that.
Remember, you was on my show first. You gotta give me a shout out later when you start doing all them films and theater and launching fashion clothes or whatever, line or whatever, perfumes, shoes.
Okay. Definitely.
I hope you have a good Monday, and thanks for coming on again. And I wish you well, and I hope you have a good day. Good week.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
If you have any questions or any comments, please email me at rcw112@yahoo.com. The menu for today is lamb with mint sauce, black rice, green beans, summer corn salad, raspberry coffee cream cheesecake, and killer margarita. Food for the soul thought of today: don't buy a swampland and try to build a house. In other words, when you want to build a house, get good quality land. Just like a relationship, the same thing applies. And I will be back on next Monday at 5 o'clock, so please call in. Have a great day and have a great week. Thank you for listening to Food for the Soul. Peace. And also remember to lift up your fellow man and not tear them down. Always try to build somebody up, because when you build somebody up, in other words, you build yourself up.
Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we ride through. Go deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we ride through.
Old Cadillac with the bows and the whip. White on white like a ghost in the script. Niggas drive slow when we in this bitch. Fresher than the pillow that holds his mint. Niggas drive slow when we in this bitch. No need for tendency in this shit. Black on white interracial shit. I guess we all guilty cause we in this bitch. Chrome wheels, I got a sex appeal. I love it when my chick's not hard and heels. Candy coat the rings off the show for real. You know it looks to kill. She wouldn't murder. No makeup like a word you never heard of. Mean she natural, sitting low. Bad chick, so we riding slow. When the sun is out, you know the paint can glow. You know she spark attention that I fail to mention. Hook these bitches like we out here fishing. That right there is for country shit. My niggas sit high up the country, bitch. Swerving through, I run a curve a few. You know, pulling these bitches, you know I burn the two. You know we live this life, you know no matter the price. Because nigga, this is what we do. Swerve.
Go deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we ride through. Go deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Cause the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we ride through.
Pull up to the club, let me Cadillac doors. Pull up to the club, let me Cadillac doors.
Pull up to the club, let me Cadillac doors.
Pull up to the club, let me Cadillac doors.
So we stepping out, wonder who we are and they talk about. In a different zone, that's a higher route. Kush fuck alone cause they burn it out. Mama, this the shit that you talked about. A nigga so fly that he's facing out. Didn't smoke shit but I'm geeking out. Am I that high? That's without a doubt.
Yeah. You high nigga. My nigga. Feel that nigga. Swerve.
So once again, ladies, men, be careful what you do to the other person in a relationship you're with, because when you plant seeds, they will grow. And if you're a lady that like chasing behind married men or many relationships, then there's something wrong with you. I'm not judging you.